each individual well shall not exceed 15,000. So that locks them in, that they can't go, that's plenty of footage, right?
I don't think they go that far, they've only got so much drill they can go down.
All right, if you want to go, well, I confess to know nothing about wells. I'm just trying to cap the exposure,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
unintended. That, you know, 2 wells wouldn't go above. I suggested 30,000, want to make it 28,000, that's fine. But 1 well wouldn't go above X, some point south. So that's it. So if you drill 1 well, you can't charge us more than this amount. If you go to a second well, you can't go beyond this.
How far can they go?
What's a reasonable expectation beyond 600 feet?
I think they go more than 200 more.
They go as 11 to 12.
I would say no more than 1,200 is on that. I think that's the deepest they can get their drill down there.
Especially an
But-
8-inch.
Right, and you would have to really be doing something to, I think they would probably cut it off at noon rather than continue on if they didn't have to do it by 600.
Not only that, but we're looking for volume, we're looking between 100 to 120 gallons per minute. So we will know before
So
we
that's
get to the
another
600.
$9,000.
if there's-
900?
That's 9,000.
9,000.
200, I mean, going 600,
$15,000 a
600,
foot,
9,000.
it's $9,000.
$9,000.
$9,000.
Yeah, 600.
600 times 15,000.
9,000.
So it would have to be $22,000, not to exceed $22,000. That's 600 plus 600.
Well, we got 12.9 for the first one.
No, okay. Let's take a step back. What we're saying is that to drill an additional 600 feet, to get to 1,200 feet on 1 well, would cost an additional $9,000.
Right. You don't-
Would they do that?
No, because the size of the pump that would require to go that deep and push up that column of water was horrendous. It
Right.
will cost you $40,000-$50,000. So it's not, it doesn't make sense to go much beyond 600 feet. Because
So 200 more feet?
I would say if we don't hit volume of water at 600, another 100 foot max, that's it.
So maybe another $1,500.
So what,
So,
$14,000?
$14,500 per well.
And we're saying we have to, okay, 2 wells?
You don't have to. The issue is that if we don't hit it, then we gotta come back. I've gotta get reapproval to go deeper
Well, for a second.
for a second.
For a
well.
second
I mean, I'm
well.
sorry, for a second.
For a second well.
Right. And that's, you know, your decision, or you could build it in 1 contract.
14,500 for 1 well. Oh, wow, 14,500 for the other well is $29,000.
Right.
So that's what you want the approval for 2 wells.
I think
Not to exceed $29,000.
And not to exceed $14,500.
Per well.
Well, let's see, could you put, a do not exceed on contingency 1, and then would that not cover it? Because you've got 12.9 and
Yes.
do not exceed, and then we have the other contingency saying the first well will cost the same as the second.
Right.
Or just say the contingency would be the first well not to go over 15,000, I would think, because you might be really close. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But if you get that close, you can push through and suddenly get a lot of water. You just don't know.
Yeah, because if you go deeper, the liner will cost more, the cast iron piping and the grouting and all that, but that extra 100 foot.
The owners usually sit there like waiting for the baby to come, when that happens, or whoever is managing the project.
So you need G to motion for this?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
You always think I'm going to do it. I just like to talk.
God, did you?
You want me to make a motion that we approve the contract with DNY With a not to exceed amount for $29,000, with the first wheel being capped at 15,000. Does that satisfy the?
How about a do not exceed on
The
the,
do not.
how about a do not exceed on the additional footage?
Okay.
Right.
The money equals the footage.
Yeah, no, but she said 15,000 and 14,000.
145, I don't care, however you think it should be said.
Wouldn't you just want to put a do not exceed on that one, that way both wells can be the same amount, and then you don't have to worry about amounts going back and forth?
So 14.
Makes it easier.
Yeah.
45.
Or if you 15, if you want 15, put 15,
Per well.
either way.
I'll second David's motion.
Well, I could even make it 30,000, not to exceed 15 per well.
Exactly, that's what I was trying to do, even.
Okay.
7,000 and 13. Do I-
Okay, so what's the motion?
I think he says to do the not to exceed 30,000 and with the depth of the first well not to exceed 15,000. So that, in essence, limits the next.
No. I hate, man, I gotta go to tired. But, contract says that the second well will be no more than the first. So I think you should, your suggestion of not to exceed X per well is better
Okay.
than a $30,000, because in essence, that leaves the wiggle room, if you want it there, that the first well they stopped at, whatever footage, that equals 13.5, and then go a lot deeper in the second. If you want that, that's fine, but just be aware that contract language now needs to be changed.
Well, I just want water. That's the key is that we want to get the water. And it doesn't matter to me if you, I mean, I don't care, I just don't want to.
We can reword it, that the pricing is the same.
Now, I was interpreting her motion to be what I had said. The 2100, do not exceed 2100 on contingency one is what I was interpreting her motion, but that's what I was interpreting, but I was interpreting it.
I mean, we haven't voted on it yet, I'll be happy to amend it to however you suggest would be the best way to say it.
Make this nice and clean.
Yeah.
Exactly,
So-
that's what I was trying to do.
So, to award a contract at an amount not to exceed $30,000 with the following contingency allowances. For each additional foot of well dug below 600 feet, an additional $15 of charge, up to a maximum of, well, what does that equate to in feet? Because it's really feet that matter. Who's gonna get it? So 2,100 divided by 15.
15, probably not gonna be.
2,100 divided by
2100 divided by 15.
15.
To 140 additional feet. That's what we're saying. That's how many more feet we get out.
So that's 740 feet.
Yeah. And then that takes care of the next one, because the next one is.
Exactly.
There's
That's what I'm trying to
no,
say.
and it's the same pricing for the second.
Okay.
Okay.
Motion, you back my motion? Are we good with that?
I don't know what the motion is.
Did you second that, Bob?
We have a second on the amended motion then.
Just reflect in a minute, your term is terrible, and leave it out.
You have it now.
So we clear on the motion?
No.
We could beat this to death.
Could you repeat
The
that
motion is to approve the contract with a not to exceed $30,000 amount with the first well, being capped at 750 feet.
40.
40.
40. 740.